And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, for more beautiful Call of Duty content. I am joined by the sensational, the sexy OG Susano as we get ready for Project Above going up against Pulse as we take a look at our winners bracket. I know you were able to cast a few of these matches and see them in the best view in the house. Break down some of these matches that you were able to see, and what are your thoughts on this tourney so far, Susano?
I mean, from the two matches that we got to cast this morning, I mean, we had Aspire against St. Edwards. That was that beautiful reverse sweep. And then immediately, me and Graf got into that Chaos Purple and Project Above. Very close, 3-0. Now, we're still with Project Above, but we're going up against Pulse, a very well-experienced team with the likes, I believe, of Tyler Noisy on that squad. Definitely going to be an interesting one to see how Project Above can kind of match that level of experience to go up against them here in the local scene. And that's what I love about locals, is that you can have really well experienced, fleshed out teams versus teams that are making their waves, making themselves known, and showing up here to the locals like this.
Definitely. I've been absolutely ecstatic to see these teams go at it as we get set up for, I believe this is our winners semifinals. So whichever team wins out here is going to our winners finals to compete for that ultimate prize in the grand finals on Championship Sunday. As we get a look at our maps, we're starting off with Invasion Hardpoint, bouncing over to Karachi SND, and then High Rise Control. So a solid trifecta for the first three, back to Karachi and finishing off with Terminal. I know we've seen a lot of Invasion Hardpoint, and how can Project Above continue their success here on this map and mode?
I mean, we've seen them in Invasion. They were pretty good when it came to the last matchup that they were at. They went into their control and their search and destroy 6-3 and then 3-1. So they're pretty comfortable when it comes to this map. Now, Pulse, we have yet to see them on the broadcast, but just from the experience that I've been able to cast these guys in Tier 2 Challengers and the Challengers Elite programs, they are definitely ones that you do not want to mess with. Noisy, Flames, Bink, and Dak. These are names that I have seen across multiple titles, and they are very much an experienced roster. So to see them go up against Project Above, I'm excited to see what we can see with raw ingots versus refined iron.
Absolutely, and it looks like Project Above gonna be the first on Hill, getting into this P1 with some action as Malice gets things going. And I believe it is Pulse getting things going. My apologies for the confusion, ladies and gentlemen. Flames holding here and gonna go down to Niam. Project Above looking to bounce back on this P1 to see if they can break through.
Yeah, let's see if Pulse can kind of hold this one down. We did have a bit of some error with the names, but all good. Figured it out. Pulse will be the ones to hold majority here as they're already making their way over. You will see Project Above making some sort of leeway here towards the back of Square. They've got the rebar set up, but unbeknownst to them, all the players from Pulse are moving within their own lane. So it's going to be the 1v1s now. You will see Flames, nicely done, getting some shots in, trying to do his best here, but it is going to be a big problem for Amplo as he does take out Flames, cleans up the work, makes that problem a solution.
Yeah, Pulse off to a really phenomenal start. Really even spread on the kills. Kill time really going to Bink here. Noisy holding a beautiful hold from Noisy as they are able to lock down this P2. Project Above struggling to break through these alleyways as Noisy and company just continue to annihilate. Maybe got a little aggro on the rotation, but Niam and company looking to rotate through now and try to get some amount of scrap on this. Might just be waiting for the rotations as we get set up for P3. And this could be the money hill that Project Above needs. We already see number 6, Marshall, over there early, trying to get this rotation going so that they can finally get some points on the board because they are down bad and not in that way, ladies and gentlemen, as we get going for P3.
Something to also note here is that Flames is also the substitute player for the Los Angeles Guerrillas. So he brings a level of experience and knowledge that a lot of teams here have yet to even scrape. So it's going to be interesting to see what that level of talent can do for you and what it can bring to the table. Because, I mean, right now, Pulse 79 and 20 are looking absolutely impeccable. Project Above, they are within the hill, within their rights, holding it down. But the problem is going to be working that lane, working that angle, trying to get yourself back into the conversation. And they're doing it, but unfortunately for them, they're going to be running into the likes of Noisy and Co, who will take them out of the sight. They do respond back with the last 20 seconds. Flames gets absolutely obliterated there on his heady. And this scrap going to be going for the side of Project Above.
Yeah, they really needed that. Keep them close. They did not want to give up a third hill. They were down by close to 80 points. Malice, though, setting themselves up nicely for this rotation. And as you see, Project Above starting to adapt to this Pulse offense, and luckily have been able to contend with them. Malice eats some stuns, getting rotated in on as Dak is able to break through as Neum and Amp take over, and a beautiful job by Amp there for a solid two-piece, just containing the outside of this point and setting up Project Above for a solid hold here. Beautiful job on this tank. Neum just trying to stay up and play these alleyways and catch these Pulse players unawares.
Yeah, Pulse players are unaware here, but nicely done. It's going to be Neum who slides through, grabs one, looks for the second, and right now, Pulse are grabbing the scrap time out of this hill, but Project Above, they're fighting tooth and nail for this Palace Hill, this big, unbreakable stronghold. And look at the verticality right here. You have Flames, who's right above Neum. Neum's not giving up any positioning just yet. Across the field, though, you will see Bink there. So all the players are now starting to spawn up within each other. It's a 2v2. Neum strikes first, grabs Bink, takes him out. Flames, though, nicely done, cleans up the work. Noisy off screen, but it looks as though Neum will be able to win this fight, and they continue onward.
Yeah, a 10 streak for Neum, absolutely frying this lobby right now. We'll see if it can translate onto the scoreboard, but Neum doing a lot of the heavy lifting thus far for Project Above. Now peeking out, gets the 11, but finally gets taken out, almost getting to that 12. Noisy Company now trying to rotate through. Mink currently holding on hill, but how long can they manage? It has been a dominant push in from Project Above thus far, as we see Neum once again rotating through, able to take out Dak. Bink, though, catches him on the rotation and is able to secure this hill for Pulse. Again, extending their lead, giving them a solid 40-point cushion. We'll see if they can continue to hold it here as we get a fresh set of rotations as Bink cleans up the scrap.
Good scrap indeed, but we start the second set. Project Above are down 87 to 136 here within this second set. We do learn some intangibles of what we want to do in terms of our movement, where we want to be, but Pulse are going to be the ones to break through here, try to break into the hill. Will get denied by Malice. As he does go down, Noisy almost gets the turn on, but it's going to be Marshall and Neum working in tandem here, the duo, making it happen. The X18 brothers are doing their jobs as well, but I mean, when you've got Neum who's flying and frying like this, man, it is an easy job.
Yeah, and near 3.0 KD for Neum as Marshall and Malice, the M&M connection, locking down this point and trying to keep it close as they bring it within 20. Bink with a big kill on Marshall, clearing off hill and grabbing this scrap. And worry on the rotation in Excavator, peppering some shots on Bink and just trying to stay up and hold, but is slowly being surrounded by these Pulse players. Noisy, though, able to get a bit of scrap. Amp and Malice taking down Dak and Flames, and a solid rotation here from Amp. We'll see if it pays off in the long run as Bink continues to pop off. Nice little 2-streak as Pulse looks to lock in on this B2.
Gonna lock in. Pulse will be here to try and circumvent the power positions. That's Flames, nicely done. 13-15 on the 2-streak. Trying to go for the third, but it's going to be the shots from Dak that pierce through, takes out Flames, but they still get the dice on the kill. 30 seconds left on this rotation, but Neum's going to go for the aggression. He's kind of biting a bit more than he can chew. Teammate Marshall trying to go in. Will grab one. Will go down, though. And somehow Neum gets away with this. Semtex, unfortunately, claims the life of Dak from Noisy's hand, and it looks as though that Pulse still maintain their lead despite all the slays coming in from Neum.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of TKs as well starting to affect Pulse a bit. They maintain their lead. Neum re-rotating in, causing some disruption on the rotation, picks up the 2-piece, and you gotta love it. He just had to hang back, regen, and then re-push in for that Ego Chow. Finally taken down by Noisy, who's rotating through mid. But now we see this train station hill. Malice currently holding, Noisy escaping the crossfire and pushing in, able to take over for Pulse, and that is a huge hold right there.
Yeah, beautiful hold right now. They just need to grab the ARs to hold down the lane, but Noisy lets it be his vantage. Tries to let these players come to him. He does. Grabs the shots. Gets the kills. Flames is holding down the mid. This is really good. Good textbook work. 200-point threshold has been crossed. Red alert. We are in the DEF CON stages. Project Above looking real good within their winners round 1 and 2. Now trying to fight for their glory to gain them access into Sunday. It is looking bleak within this map 1, but it's going to be a big one as the rotation all ready for the side of Pulse.
Yeah, Dak on this 5 streak, looking for some more. Wants to secure that cruise missile, but Malice gonna shut him down on this rotation. Malice and Marshall combining for some kills and able to push in, make sure Pulse does not get any more of this hill time. They are just knocking on the door for victory as Marshall with a beautiful little head glitch. The nades coming in, using everything in his arsenal to take down this Project Above team. And Marshall just using this head glitch to perfection, Susano.
Perfection indeed. Marshall, the X18 brother, trying to hold it down. Neum, goodness gracious, this man is slippery. Gets in and out of positions. Finally, we're going to invest in the cruise missile as Amp is holding down the site. Information given. They're looking into the palace, trying to throw it down, but oh, the trophy system coming in to take it out. So now we have this hill. Noisy able to stay alive. Bink opens up with the kill onto Malice. It's a 3v4 for this site. Number 8, Malice spawns way out of dodge. Goodness gracious. And they're calling match point here as they want to get this one down. A 3 ensue. Number 5, last man. Amp from the last kill tries to go for the rotation, and it's not looking good for them.
Yeah, I honestly don't think they'll have enough time to push through Noisy and the squad to get onto this point. They need just 14 seconds on this hill. Pulse is sprinting, looking like Usain Bolt, but I don't think they'll be fast enough. Malice trying to rush in there. Shots coming from the fountain. Cannot turn and burn fast enough. Flames is currently holding on point, and that's going to be it. Project Above. Or excuse me, Pulse taking the W. I believe we have the team names mixed up on our end, so I believe that is a Pulse win.
Yes, it is. Pulse did indeed get themselves across 250 to 189. Pretty close at that. I mean, like we were talking about a little bit before with the experience of this roster on the side of Pulse versus Project Above, who, you know, are here showing up, putting their name out there. I mean, we look at it right now. Big shout out to Matcherino for the scoreboard. Right now, Pulse currently up 1-0. But kind of some good things to talk about there. Project Above are definitely a team that have that aggression, have that ability to get themselves into those positions. I mean, we saw them within those first winter rounds. They had some really good deliverables that they were doing on this game. And so now going up against a well-rounded, oiled machine that is Pulse, a 250 to 189, that's not a bad stat line.
No, not at all. And, we saw a lot of talent there. Marshall using those head glitches, with extreme precision. It just Pulse one out on those rotations. We're able to crack hills just a tad easier. And on this rotation for P5, it's so critical in invasion because it's one of the easier points to defend along with that P3 and train station. And we saw Pulse win out on both of those hills, hence why they walked away with a W in round 1.
Yeah, and so now we head over to Karachi for our second map here in the Search and Destroy. No change-ups here. These are definitely the confirmed maps here.
Yes.
I know, ladies and gentlemen, we had a bit of a fumble last series with me and Graf, but it's all good. This is the confirmed map set. Search and Destroy going to be a very interesting one because Project Above, last time around when we saw them, it was on the Invasion Search and Destroy up against Chaos Purple, and it was a bit mixy. It went to a 6-3. They still won. They were victorious, but Pulse, from what we're hearing, have been definitely a much more present team when it comes to their Search and Destroy. They're very in and out. They know how to interweave plays amongst plays. There's plans within plans.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you there, but I'm picking Project Above for this one. Marshall and Malice are a deadly combination, and in the slower pace game mode, I think that favors them a bit. We saw them get set up in that hard point and just able to lock in once they were in control. So I think once they get up by a round or two, it's going to go the way of Project Above.
Yeah, we will definitely see what will happen here. I believe right now they're currently trying to get the map going. They will be getting themselves in now. Looks as though that Karachi is still the map. Thank goodness. I had my fingers crossed because of what happened last time around. But we will be heading into this Karachi. Excited to see what is going to happen. But I mean, Project Above, they have the early showings to really be a great team to do good in this map. But Pulse, they just have that history, those accolades, the you know, what is it called?
Acumen.
Exactly. Just to kind of bring themselves into it.
I got you there. Bink bomb carrier gonna head on over to Bravo. Although, strangely enough, bomb carrier is solo pushing around. Quick trades happening. We get to a quick 3v3 as it seems to be going in favor of Project Above. Flames and Bink in a tough 2v3 situation. And they're a bit split. Flames, though, picking up the kill on Amp. Marshall, though, taking out Flames. And we're down to a 1v2. Bink the bomb carrier rotating through Alpha now, as I think Project Above does not realize that Alpha is clear and open, and Bink might be going for the rotation to Alpha, but instead just taking the long way to spawn, doesn't realize A is completely free, and is going to run into two Project Above players just waiting for him like the jaws of death as he rotates in. Rotating in now, shots coming, push coming in, ego chow, but it's not enough. Bink able to escape with just 24 HP, and I'm sweating for him, Zazano.
I think he realized, though, the opportunity that could be present here. He might be able to grab one kill, or maybe just hightail this to A and make the advantage his territory, or try to play off of the spoiler of these guys, but looks as though he does see both of these players here. They're just head glitching him to the T, and instead of going into A, he's going to try and fight this one out. Does not work as Neum slams him from across the angle. So Project Above, their first round.
Yeah, I really think he should have swapped on over to Alpha once he realized both of the remaining players were over there. That could have just been a bit of a miscommunication, but Neum take full advantage. Got a solid two-piece to start things off, and like I said, Project Above a lot more comfortable in this game mode as, you know, Marshall grabbing the kill as well, and Pulse just dropping that one. Bink not realizing that Alpha was free and just got a little too aggressive on that B push.
Yeah, real aggressive indeed. And so here we go now into this new round. Number 2 underway. We will see Project Above with the bomb. Marshall does see players from Pulse jumping up and around the verticals in his area. Just give them a bit of indication. Now they can start making their way towards this B. No shots are going to ensue just yet, as still playing a game of cat and mouse. Marshall definitely saw Dak there in the corner, but it's going to be Flames who goes down first by Malice's hand. So now they have an opportunity here to work this site, but they're still playing within this 50-yard line. They don't want to give it up yet.
Yeah, Marshall holding here on a long rotation, trying to get some high ground, protect their flank, but instead just going to re-rotate through mid as Malice takes out Noisy. Bink able to take out Malice, and Marshall giving trade, wanting to avenge his brother. And there you have it, Marshall taking out Bink and Dak all alone in a 1v3, and just like that, Project Above up 2-0. I hate to say I said so, but I said so, ladies and gentlemen. 2-0 Project Above, rising above Neum with a 3-0 start and getting lasered here. Dak going down on the bridge. You must pay the troll toll if you want to cross, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you got to pay the toll. Got to pay the toll. And so, there you go. 2-0 for Project Above. And you did mention that they were going to have kind of a better start when they came to this map. So, you know, big ups to you on that one. I mean, they're clearly showing it. So now it's up to Pulse to really either slow down their gameplay. You know, hey, they might have those accolades to kind of back up their gameplay, but it's better to just play as a team here, and we're going to see it. Oh, Dak slides through, gets taken down. Noisy does get a trade-off here, but it's going to be none other than Neum who gets taken down, as Noisy does get taken down as well. Bink will respond with a good trade. 2-2 now.
Yeah, an interesting one at this, and a solid shot from Marshall. 3-0 as Flames might get put out here. Amp is waiting for him with the pistol, though. Flames absolutely igniting him. A beautiful, beautiful job with that Renetti in the close range. He's got the gold skin on there for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Now coming down to a 1v1 with Marshall. Marshall's just chilling over by bomb. I think he has eyes on it, as Flames has to make the long rotation. He's got to bob and weave and find a way to get to that objective. If Marshall is just watching it like a hawk, Flames could be the unsuspecting little rabbit. But Flames able to take him and apply some pressure and get the bomb somehow, some way, and rotate over to Alpha. This is what Bink needed to do, and now Marshall left in the dust. Flames might get the free plant here.
Looks as though that he's going to get aggressive. He's going to go for this kill, but it looks as though that no spoiler here for him, but it will work from the back and goes for the shots. And my goodness, what a game of cat and mouse.
A real beautiful job from Pulse there to secure their first round. And my goodness, Flames and Marshall here were running circles around one another in a quick little B-hop as Flames is able to secure it with the Renetti. Often don't see the Renetti come out in the kill cams too often, but it's really nice to see the Renetti get the attention it deserves with just how powerful a secondary it is. And that's why you see it in the pro scene, ladies and gentlemen, as we get into round 4. Project Above looking to bounce back. They had a comfortable 2-0 lead, but Pulse might be making them a little nervous.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a bit of nervousness in the air from either side. Noisy though, playing reactive here. We'll be able to grab the opener. Dak as well. Very good plays out of them. We'll see though, Amp and Malice are your last players alive. Although half the battle is just securing that bomb, but looks as though Bink will be able to respond with a kill of his own. And we might be seeing the first teammates here in just a second, but Malice will be fighting tooth and nail. But all the shots and the punches, and Pulse secure their second round.
And once again, having to use their entire arsenal. 2-2. Pulse tying things up in a pretty little bow as it's Flames gonna get up close and personal with a quick bop right to the jaw, knocking them out cold as they move forward, winning 2 in a row. And Project Above in a bit of trouble here. I thought they were gonna run away with maybe a 3 or 4-0 before Pulse got one, but Pulse proving me wrong and stepping up big time to keep this a competitive S&D matchup.
Yep, trying to keep it competitive indeed. And I mean, 2-2, we're in for a treat. This is
absolutely.
definitely something that we wanted, a little bit more of a back and forth. So let's see if Project Above can respond with the next 2 of their own, keep that trend line going. But Mal's going to be here towards mid, grabs the first pick onto Noisy, takes out their explosive capability. Now, you have your teammates here, Malice and co. will be able to make some sort of a play. Bink getting shot from the top third. We'll have to jump down, go down to the bottom of the verticality. Dax here as well. He knows that he's still here. Malice never moved. So they play off of that old info. It works out for them. 3-3 now.
Yeah, Dak got to be careful here, rotating out onto balcony. You see Amp just waiting for him, but Dak going to continue to hold as it looks like Bink going down. Amp taking him out, and Dak now all alone as Marshall taking out Flames. Dak got to be careful here. The Cowboys are not here to help you, Dak. You're all on your own as Project Above looks to lock in. Dak a long ways away from bomb that got dropped on Bravo, and it's just trying to search for a pick, try to find something, but is all lost over by A side. He's gonna have to make a long rotation, but lurking, waiting to strike like a snake. Project Above taking him out. 3-2. A beautiful job and great patience from Project Above. They just lock in, probably had eyes on bomb, and were just playing patiently. They weren't gonna go chasing for the solo player. They're just gonna wait it out.
Something to kind of note there, Dak was really going for that 2 streak that he had. He was really trying to, work through it, get some sort of an option, maybe grab that 3rd kill, just to kind of build that up, because the momentum is everything. But unfortunately for him, Project Above were just waiting it out, slowed their gameplay, and let Dak make the mistake. So they won that round ultimately in the end. Here we go now into the 6th round we go. Noisy's here. Trying to play reactive again, but oh my goodness, the bait is switched. Realizes the play, gets out of there. Unfortunately, Dak's going to be the first one to go down. Time to duo up and get this job done.
Yeah, as everyone begins their rotation in totality, see Marshall rotating to try to protect the flank. Noisy and company trying to lock down this hallway, but it looks like Project Above going to be able to rotate to Cafe and set up this A plant. Noisy eating some shots and beautifully timed there from Amp. Luckily, the nade not causing too much damage. It's Flames and Bink, though, with a big double headshot to trade it up. And now a 2v2. Bink got to be careful coming out the door here. Rotate through and somehow getting the shot. Flames, though, was there with the assist. And now in a tough situation, a 1v2. Malice looking to clutch up, taking down Flames. The Renetti cannot save you every time. Malice now rotating, playing ring around the Rosie with Bink. Might have spotted him. Bink shooting a little early, and what a flick. Project Above clutching up in the 1v1. A beautiful job there. My goodness, what an incredibly intense round from Malice and Bink. Almost getting away with that one, Susano.
Goodness gracious. I mean, now you have the trend line still going strong. 2 for 2 for 2. So We should be seeing a Pulse 2 in this next round, or Project Above within the dagger round of round 7. Could definitely switch it up here and end it instantly. So let's see what they've got cooking in their cookbook. It's going to be Pulse with the bomb. That's Noisy taking care of the bomb. We'll be heading off towards B, and it looks as though that Project Above already, they are blind reading this and meeting their metal. And it looks as though Noisy spawns back, goes away. Does not want to give up his life. He saw last time what happened. He's got to fix this mistake.
Yeah, you gotta be careful of Neum and Malice holding in, but through the smoke, Noisy taking out Malice. What a play. Now going for the plant, eats the stun. Neum picking it up, no problem. 3-3. Flames, though, getting that trade out, and it's a 2v3 for Project Above. Dak rotating in through Convenience Shop as they begin to rotate around Bravo objective. Bink able to pick up Marshall, and now Amp all alone. Ooh, going for the shots on HVAC, but the re-peek from Bink. He is HVAC certified, ladies and gentlemen. Be careful. A beautiful job from Bink there. We'll watch it back in sweet, succulent slow motion. He eats some bullets. He probably eats some more, but the re-peek has, my goodness, the amps go silent right there, Susano.
Yeah, he definitely had less than 100 HP, but that's just that confidence and that accolades that go behind your character profile that just really gives him the strength to just do it. Just go for it. Go for the chow. You know you've got the better positioning. He's out in the open. You go for the shots, and you get the dice in the ice. So now, they continue on. 3-4 in terms of the round counter. Project Above still up 1, but that dagger round going for the side of Pulse as they have the opportunity to continue the trend line of 2 for 2.
Yeah, a solid call by you as well, Susano. You said we were in time. We were due for a Pulse W, and they delivered big time. Malice, the bomb carrier, now rotating up. Missed the jump, but is going to decide to rotate regardless. This is a bit of an aggressive push from the bomb carrier. Almost gets caught out in the street, but is able to stay up. Dak holding in hotel room. No one going down just yet, as Dak has to snake crawl away to avoid going down. Marshall able to re-rotate into lobby, and a beautiful turn and burn on Dak, staying alive, down to just 13 HP. Finally starts reaching and bobbing and weaving. Oh, but Flames taking him down with the Renetti. Almost an embarrassment for Flames right there if Marshall was able to take him.
And during that altercation, we did see Project Above get the bomb down. Amp and Malice are your last players left. It's a 2v2. Noisy's checking the back tunnel, doing his due diligence, cleans it up. 2v1. 21 seconds. You need 7.5 to get this bomb defused, so you've got to work it. Amp compromises his position. They know where he's at. Noisy's going to trust his teammate. Go for it, but oh! The nade goes through! He's got to hop it! And he has just enough time. Goodness gracious.
They're putting us on the edge of our seat here today, ladies and gentlemen. Flames with a little American Ninja Warrior action to save the round, and Pulse with 2 once again. An excellent call, Susano. It's 2 for 2, tit for tat, punch for punch, blow for blow, however you want to call it, ladies and gentlemen. These two teams are duking it out, and if your call is right, I think we're due for a Project Above win here. As Flames is on the 3-piece, they're starting to cook with a little bit more heat in this S&D matchup.
Yeah, a change in the narrative needs to occur if Pulse want to win this one. If not, the math will math it out, and Pulse will not win this one. So let's see if Project Above can keep that trend line going. But Noisy, smart this time, does not want to go for this Ego Chow. Stays alive, hangs out within P1 of this map. It looks as though that Noisy's just looking around. He's unfortunately in the kill box, so he's got to get out of here. He does notice that there are players probably moving around his position. They do. He's got to play towards the HVAC, but oh no, he jumps and misses the jump just like Malice. But so it might it's going to play in his favor as they take out 2, and this could be the change of the narrative that Pulse needs to win.
Absolutely a 2v4 and a tough 2v4 at that. Amp and Neum in trouble. Bomb going down on B. Neum rotating out from bottom hotel and looking for something, looking for a pick. Amp taking the headshot on Noisy, giving them slightly better odds as Neum able to rotate through mid and looking for this flank. Gotta be careful on the high ground, spotting him. Dak lasering him with that MCW. Now Amp all alone, taken down in the street like a dog, ladies and gentlemen, as Pulse with 3 in a row, breaking this narrative and able to take it to match point, looking to take a 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, big shout outs to the LAG CDL substitute here. Flames able to hold off, doing really well, showing that expertise and the knowledge that gained him that position. Now, 10-4, looking real good for the squad, 4 streak in hand. And he's planted twice as well.
Oh, yeah.
So this man is doing a lot for the squad.
Flames is doing everything. Got that extra large backpack from Swiss Army and is able to put the team in it and hopefully lead them to victory here. Flames rotating up, trophy system down. It's an aggressive push onto this Bravo objective. They pick up the attack from Project Above, and Dak taking him out in the chicken coops. Everybody, we're going to Raising Cane's after this one. That was a beautiful headshot from Dak. And now Dak with another one. Neum going down. Malice and Marshall, the M&M brothers, trying to get this one done. Can they somehow stay alive, Susano?
They're going to definitely try, but their position has been triangulated. All of the players on the side of Project Above are stuck within this middle block. So you will see Pulse just holding it out, not getting over aggressive here, doing their due diligence, checking that A. Now immediately swapping back over to B, but you look at Noisy. He's hanging out within that burger alley. Malice does see Dak, cleans him off the board. 2v3, getting a little bit more achievable. No opposition too much at B, but it's a 1-1-1. One in mid, one on A, one on B. You will see, though, Malice has been found out. Shots are going to go through. Bink's able to respond. And the 1-1-1 works out for them as they're all now just triangulating on Marshall's position. The nade's not going to be able to get to the dice, and they will go down as Pulse with the body shots to close the nail on that one, 6-4.
A real solid job from Pulse there. You know, going down 2-0 can be a bit demoralizing, but they don't let it get to them as they are able to win 4 in a row. Mink here with some beautifully placed shots with that MCW, taking them out. Little Renetti shots afterwards. There is a bit of spice in this one, but a solid GG's all around. 10-4 for Flames, doing a bit of the heavy lifting there for that Pulse squad.
Yeah, doing real good indeed. And I mean, now they are 2-0. Thank you for the maps and modes presented by Chaos Esports. Karachi Invasion going to the side of Pulse. We look to the high rise control now for the opportunity of maybe a reverse sweep or a Pulse 3-0.
That would be pretty insane to see Project Above reverse sweep once again. It would honestly be I wouldn't put it past them to bounce back in this high-rise control. I think it provides so much opportunity playing in the underground and in those tunnels that not a whole lot of maps get to offer. As we take a look at this bracket once again, this is your semifinals in the winners bracket as these teams are competing for a spot in their winners finals to punch their ticket to hopefully get to grand finals on Championship Sunday, as we get another look at Screaming Demons and GNL Demons as they duke it out as well for a spot in the winners finals, Susano.
Yeah, a battle of the demons there for that matchup, but something to kind of note there, after that St. Edward's reverse sweep, Aspire unfortunately lost to NGNL Demons, so they are going to have to duke it out with their compatriots that they reverse sweeped there in the losers bracket. So once we have that bracket up, I can't wait to see what type of collateral damage has been going on. But talking about damages, let's get this one ready and get this damage report ready for this map 3 Pulse going up against Project Above high rise control.
Absolutely, as we get things going, Neum will be at the first blood. Dak with a quick trade, and Dak looking to, again, utilize those tunnels. We were just talking about them, but you see they're watching it and waiting. Malice and Marshall getting some big kills and able to rotate up, not allowing that big flank from Dak. Noise holding the turn, looking for that first progress bar. Grabbing one, Flames grabbing some, but Neum protecting this Bravo objective. I don't think they fully secured it. Neum needs to get on there to bring that progress down, but Bink able to get in and secure that first progress bar on him.
Yep, very nicely done. They secure the first bar, and Neum does get caught out, but managed to grab one and the second. Bink's not able to do it. And oh my gosh! With the Rival 9, the ray gun slams Flames from top helo. He is moving different, one away from his streak, and he gets it done. The streak has been guaranteed now for the back pocket of Neum, that cruise missile. But it looks as though they still are stacking onto B, and it's going to be guaranteed here very soon.
Yeah, a real dominant push from Neum. Didn't have to take the tunnel, just took it to him on that right-hand side and just owned that flank. Noisy contesting with Project above, trying to get in there, but getting shut down. Marshall clearing and ensuring Bravo won't be capped. 52 seconds left on the clock. Dak able to hold on Alpha to stop it. Nate's coming out. Shots coming through. Brings out the Renetti. Dak with some laser beams. Beautiful plays on Alpha objective. Trying to hold. Has to hop off and starts to rotate to contest. Project above spawn. Almost gets the turn and burn, but a really good run there from Dak.
Yeah, very good run. Literally John Wick-esque, just pulling out the sidearms and everything. So there you go. B will be secured. A, almost there with the second tick. They're making massive plays here. Good headway, but it looks as though that Marshall and Amp, the X18 bros, will be able to stop their advance for now. Flame still within this top position, has the opportunity to slay down from above, and he will do just that. Jumps over the attacks from Malice, but it's going to be Amp who slams him.
Yeah, Project Above down to just seven lives left. Game holding on Alpha. Nice little rotation from Neum on the outside, but runs right into Noisy as they are down to just 6. Pulse playing their lives carefully as Malice holds on the outside, eats the stun. Amp taking down Bing. Marshall taking down Noisy as they are locking down this Alpha objective, making sure they clear off that second progress bar. A real smart job from Malice. Able to rotate out. Marshall going down to Noisy. And now it's 6-5. Project Above keeping this one close, but Noisy with a huge double is going to be bad news for Project Above.
Bad news indeed, as now it's going to come down to the lives with 44 seconds left. This is quite literally a search and destroy as we have one last life respawn for the side of Pulse. It goes away. Search and destroy time. 33 seconds left. Time to get this one done. Only one life on each side to matter. And now it is going to be Beak who opens up with a big opener onto Amp. One of the X18 pros going down. Malice gets taken out. A body was in his way. Noisy stacking body on body here. It is 4v2. They know where this player is. They take out Marshall. Last one's gonna be Neum. This is a dangerous one to go up against. Instead, they go for the 3 stack. They get this 5 ticks. Pulse wins by the lives.
Real solid stuff there from Pulse as they go up 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. Dak with the final kill, who had a really impressive run over on this A side to begin with. Will get credit for that final kill, but had plenty of assisting from his teammates and a solid job from Pulse all around as we get ready for round 2. How can Project Above bounce back on the attack? We'll find out now as Neum tries to lead his team with 11 for 7 into a W and hopefully a win here in Control to keep this series going.
Yeah, we will see as we now hop through, and looks as though that Pulse were getting real forward aggressive here. Don't want to let the attack come to them. They're gonna get it. Oh, Dak and Bink with the help on Noisy's shots. Malice has made his way through mid, but it's gonna be Noisy who finds him out. 4 streak in hand, along with Dak. They need 2 more to grant themselves some cruise missiles. But this time around, they're letting the aggression push all the way up into the enemy spawns. Unfortunately for them, Marshall's going to be able to grab a kill. Not apparent, as Dak does send them back to the spawns. Look how close they are to those spawns. They're literally having to go through the service tunnels as you see Malice makes his way through into B. But number 1, Noisy going to be having to deal with that as he does clean him out. But immediately, it stops the pressure, and we've lost so many lives just to be able to get back into B.
Yeah, Control's able to take a big lead after that push as Flames and Bing continue to terrorize Project Above here as they try to get set up and push into any amount of progress on Bravo. Flames holding on the helicopter here. Malice with a big 2-piece. Flames holding. Flames might be AFK, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, no.
He didn't move. It saw the player and was just hanging tight. Amp gonna be able to lock in, and they triple stack on B, and they are owning it, locking in big time. And they're just a quick 3 stack, and there you have it. With just 25 seconds left on the clock, they had a minute and may have just saved themselves big time by able to get a full triple stack on there.
Flames is still stuck there within that position. There may be a tech pause that may be happening here soon. We shall see. Amp's making his way through the enemy spawns. Nothing yet to be given, and it looks as though he still has yet to move. So It is a little 3v4 right now. I'm surprised they haven't even shot him out of that top position. He's out in the open. Niam's gonna be making his way through. Bink does get a big opener onto Malice. They slow down this play, but even with the 3v4, it is still going into the side of Pulse for now.
Yeah, it would appear so, as Flames respawns in and has not moved, so I believe there may be a slight tech issue, ladies and gentlemen. Either way, Pulse looking to stay alive, and now Flames coming back to life, roaring with some energy, and popping right out for a headshot. Flames is back, ladies and gentlemen. We should have never doubted him. A beautiful job trying to rotate in and stay alive as Project Above rotates in and do Alpha. They just have 10 lives left. And Pulse really needing Flames here as they step up and try to defend.
I mean, that just shows the level of talent on that squad, that you can literally lose Flames for a good minute and you still are up and above in terms of lives. 13-4 now. No more lives for Project Above. 8 seconds left. It is done and dusted for this round. So Pulse, even with the disadvantage of having Flames with some tech errors, will continue on, and they do not want to replay that. They're definitely going to want to continue on and just slam it into a 3-0.
Yeah, a real impressive job from Pulse, especially with their plays just being so aggressive onto Project Above's spawn, not allowing them to get any momentum towards these points. And even if you go down, you're still delaying them, costing them precious time to get to those objectives, and you're just a great defensive wall to help your team set up, get situated on points, and just really just be an annoyance to Project Above.
Yeah, you got to be an annoyance, and so that's going to be a big round opener for them as they now set to close this match up. So let's see, as Project Above potentially trying to make an upset, but both looking strong as ever as all the kills that are lit up green for the side of Pulse. They get into electrical. They're now hiding this one down, and more shots going through. Noisy, the explosive prospect, just getting some good shots in. Malice, nicely done. Let's clean up with the Renetti with some assistance, but it's going to be a bit of a slowdown as now the lives have equaled out to 26-26.
Yeah, it looks like Project Above is trying to break through onto their spawn. You see Marshall pushing up, ladies and gentlemen, trying to lock in. Bink going down after the two-piece, but Dak quickly taking out Marshall, making sure he cannot set up like Dak did last round. Dak now rotating up into B, trying to capture this first progress bar, holding on the left-hand side and eating some stuns, but able to stay up as this is just a free hold. They do a split push, pulling focus from these players as Marshall rotating out on the outside. Noisy able to take out Amp, and now rotating in. Marshall unfortunately going down, and Dak continues to hold, securing that first progress bar and then some for Pulse.
Oh, and even gets forward aggressive here. That was a dangerous play, but it played off. Throws a nade up in the air. Hail Mary from above, trying to grab a prayer. And no dice though, but it's all good. They clean up the work. They grab all those progress bars at B. A is now up on the board, but Dak, there is an intruder in Mother Base. Red alert. Solid Snake is in Mother Base. He does grab one. Does get taken down though. First progress bar given at A, and the shots are just going through. They are slamming as they come through.
Yeah, we gotta be careful and watch this propane tank, as we have seen many players go down to it before. I don't think it's blown up just yet as Bink rotates in and around this helicopter tunnel, going down. A big two-piece for the Project Above squad as Flames brings the nades in. Pulse trying to rotate. They lead in lives 15-10 once again. Marshall rotating through mid, needed that kill, but going down as Flames holds on the propane tank in a very dangerous spot if a nade comes in, but a 4-streak from Flames continuing to annihilate this team. Flames just laying the heat on Project Above.
Goodness gracious, no more lives remaining. Desolation at its finest. Only two now. It's Amp and Marshall, the X-18 brothers. Can their chemistry do it? It opens up with a big one on the Bink. Oh, Flames from above with the cruise. Noisy with 45 HP, looking to find the last brother Marshall to exterminate. We'll go for the shots. They know where he's at, and it's a beat down that ensues to get the last kill. Pulse with a definitive 3-0 to end this control.
Real solid stuff there from Pulse, and what a performance by Flames once again, laying down the heat from propane. Bobby Hill would be proud. Hank Hill, excuse me, would be proud as we continue here. Pulse will take the 3-0, and what an incredible 3-0 it was. And I would like to apologize for earlier. It was Aspire with the reverse sweep, correct?
Yes, Aspire got the reverse sweep onto St. Edwards, but unfortunately they lost, so they're in the losers bracket. But looking at the map, presented by Chaos Esports, nice 3-0 across the board for Pulse as they continue on into the winners final. Enough about this matchup. Let's look at the losers bracket as we've got an exciting one. Look at that. Cherry Poppers unfortunately getting sent home. Misfits as well. In our second round is set up. Aspire going up against RPR, UTA and PNW going up against the NM boys. Chaos Purple going up against SWM. The Speakeasy going up against St. Edwards. Quite a nice little setup that we've got here for this losers bracket. And I mean, goodness gracious, I want to see that Chaos Purple versus St. Edwards. That would be real good. But looking at it now, we have our first contender for the winners final. It's going to be Pulse, potentially going up against Screaming Demons or NGNL Demons. So the Battle of the Demons, I believe, is ensuing already right now. We'll see who comes out victorious to set up our winners final, but it is looking like a good tournament so far.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just excited that it's a double elim, so players who go down to the lower bracket are able to still compete and fight for that opportunity to still appear in the grand finals. You're not fully out yet. You still have a chance to win that 5K grand prize, and even still, you could compete for the second and third place, obviously, but everybody wants first place. If you ain't first, you're last, ladies and gentlemen.
Word to Ricky Bobby. Word to Ricky Bobby. But
Amen.
yep, ladies and gentlemen. So that's going to be doing it for now. We will decide if we're going to be going into the losers bracket, or maybe we might be able to catch that Demons matchup. We will let you know here in just a bit. But without further ado, we'll see you after this break.